I would like to thank my past self for remembering to do that, so editing Tegan has an easier time. I do have these very fancy mics. They don't seem to be working, so I'll have to figure that out later. But for now, I have a very short amount of time and I want to film this video because it's for November, which is in just a matter of days. Hope you don't mind we're in my bedroom today. It is the only somewhat aesthetic place. Pud, you want to be up on the bed? Here's where we're at. It is what it is. I'm Tegan. I am an artist, musician, author, performer. My phone is going off even though I have it on airplane mode. So what is that about? Are you done now? Generally creative type of person. Seriously? Airplane mode. Does that mean nothing to you? Shut up. How do I turn you off? Let me check if you're still recording. You seem to be. Anyway, my channel here is pretty eclectic, but typically leans creative, whether that's writing or performing or, I don't know. But I'm a creative type of person and I make creative type of videos. I don't know. This video is for authors like me who have done Nano every year for the past 10 years. We have shiny thing syndrome. We have a failure to complete our past projects, and we need a new novel project like we need a hole in the head. I love Nano, and there are a lot of really good initiatives that are stepping up to fill in the blank space left by Nano. But anyways, if what you're looking for is how to start a new project, I definitely have a favorite. I will put that in the links below. This November, instead of starting something new, let's do something different. I beg you. I'm going to try to finish something that I've already started, and I invite you to join me on this project, which I am calling Finish It Fall. Either that or The Last Page Pact. I like them both. Maybe tell me which one you prefer. Now let's get into it. It is that time of year, the shiny, new novel time of year, the exciting time of year when you start thinking of fresh ideas, you start planning your next novel, scheduling out when you're going to write and doing writer meetups. It's super fun. I love it. I've done Nano probably 10 years or more, and I think it is a really great, wonderful thing. And even though that Nano is now defunct and trying to rise from the ashes, I think, and there are lots of new initiatives that have sprung up trying to take its place, they are not for us, okay? I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. That's not for you. You need to stop, okay? We need to stop. Let's change our focus this year. Do something hard, do something that we're not good at, and we can still be excited about, okay? We're going to finish one of our projects. The idea of taking a month and dedicating every spare moment to getting words on the page is a fantastic idea. But I'm here to tell you that right now, in this phase in your life, might be a distraction. It might be a way of tricking yourself into feeling like you're being productive while actually procrastinating. It's another chance to lie to yourself and say, oh, my problem was I didn't have the right project yet. I'll do this year's Nano or whatever the initiative is, and then I'll gain momentum and that will kickstart me and I'll finish this project and this is the winner. Maybe it is, but probably not. Okay, let's be honest. You probably just don't want to finish the other projects you have started because it's hard. It's the last 20%. You don't know how to write the ending. You have to revise the beginning. You have to write the back cover blurb or start querying, and that's just not as exciting maybe. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can do this together. We have to finish something. This season, we are going to finish what we started, whether it's the novel itself, the editing process, their fifth draft, whatever it is that you know you should be doing, we are going to finish it. The original idea was that it would start October 15th, go through December 15th, so longer than a month. This year, however, it did not happen for me at that rate, but there's always next year. And for now, we still have November that we can do this. Whatever is standing between you and your final product, we are going to take this fall and we are going to finish it. Whether it's traditionally published that you want to do or whether it's self-published that you want to do, we are going to finish it so that you are able to do that in the new year. And I hear you say, but Tegan, I have so many projects in my stockpile, I wouldn't even know which one to start working on. I completely understand. To that I say, me too. At last count, I had 17 in-progress novels. 17. And the majority of them had, would you care to guess how many 1,000 words they had? I'll wait. Yeah, over 50,000. Most of them, okay? That's at least half a book, if not more. And many of the projects have even more words than that. They're just not finished. because your girl has a problem, and maybe you do too. Hopefully that's why you're here. Hopefully we can do this together. Any one of my 17 novels, I was passionate about at one time, felt like this was the right project at that time, and now it's like I don't know which thread to pick back up anymore. It feels hard to even sit down, decide. There are so many factors. Like, what if you choose wrong and then you waste this time? I was there. I understand exactly how you feel. And I am the queen of procrastinating. I am the queen of telling myself if I just get organized, then it will be great. And yes, that's what I did. I got more organized, and now we can all benefit from my procrastination. Yay! I felt so overwhelmed. I was not sure what project. Hello, are you okay back there? Yeah, this is Pudge, by the way. I felt so overwhelmed. I was not sure what project I wanted to start on. I only knew that I had to finish something. So what I did was the same thing that I always do. I procrastinated by organizing. I made this spreadsheet for myself to help me figure out which story I was going to write. So let me tell you about that, because it's actually really cool. This spreadsheet has been enormously helpful to me, and that's part of why I really wanted to get this out there, is because I have needed this and not known that I have needed this for years. This spreadsheet will help you plug in different metrics from all of your works in progress. How recently you've been working on them, how passionate you still feel about the characters, how developed your plot is, how developed your world is. And it will rate all of these factors, tally up the scores of each individual thing, and then show you for each book what the ripeness score is. Did you see what I did there? It's harvest themes. We're going to reap what we have sown. That's what we're doing. Finish it fall, okay? Go with me. So once you plug in this information, then you get to see a bird's eye view of all of your projects, how you're feeling about them, where they stand in the lineup, and then you get to make a super informed decision about which one to focus on. And for this year, that's kind of as developed as the project has gotten, the Finish It Fall project. Hopefully this is a thing we can keep doing in the future. Maybe next year there will be a lot more to it. But for right now, if all you take away from this is the spreadsheet and figuring out which project you most are leaning toward, then that's great. If anyone's interested, next year we can do more things with it, a little bit more scheduled, some more like group writing sprints. I don't know what's going to happen. So yes, I'm going to share this spreadsheet with you. I might ask for your email address in exchange. I don't know. Here's the thing. I would have to set that up. And maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I just share a link. I don't know. But if I do ask for your email address, like sign up. I never send out emails. I'm just sort of building my list because they say you're supposed to. So I'm building up my email list. You could probably just get this as a free download. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or you can just tip me a couple bucks on Ko-Fi. That would be awesome too. Get your girl a pumpkin spice latte because I am that bitch. So anyway, if you would like to sign up, I think the last email that I sent out was like 2 years ago. But you know, if I have a book to promote, or if I have something else to say or do with Finish It Fall or the Last Page Pact, I will send out emails. Okay, so that's that. Let's switch into the spreadsheet mode. I'm about to walk you through it, and I'm going to fill in details from my project so you can see step by step how it works. Okay. I'm going to figure out how to screen record on my computer. My family has come home now, so I have hidden away in the bathroom like a little gremlin. Hopefully this will work out just fine. Let's get into it. I need to do screen recording. Damn it. Let's see. How do I do this? Start share? Yes. Okay. Let's do it. I think that worked. In your Google Drive, download the spreadsheet. I have no idea if this will work on other things, but here we go. Spreadsheet on Google Drive. It'll open you up to this page, instructions. I had big dreams and goals. Obviously did not do a whole program for the whole entire time I wanted to, but week 1 instruction, make a duplicate of the spreadsheet. Let's do that. Make a copy right there under file. I'm going to name it Finish It Fall, Test, Fabulous, and make a copy. All right, now here we are again. Now navigate to individual work in progress pages. Those are down here at the very bottom. Let's go to work in progress 1. I have 1 through 8. If you need to make more, I'm sure you could, but that's a little bit outside the scope of what I want to talk about today. So I've made myself a little shortcut over here. I picked my top 5. So I will start filling them in. The genre, it is romantasy. And current word count, I've got 21,851. Now this is a book that I have written and rewritten since I was like 17 years old. Okay, this is draft 20,000 or something. Okay, it's ridiculous. So the most up-to-date draft, I have this amount of words. I want it to be about 90,000 words at the end of the book. This shows me how many words I would have to write to hit that goal. So that's not the only metric we're looking at by far. So moving on. There are different categories to rate, and you'll see the emotional category has its own score, how prepped are you has its own score, and how practical it would be to finish this has its own score. Tallies them up into a ripeness rating, which you will get at the end. Okay? So, how excited are you about these individual categories for this project? I'm very excited about the premise, very excited about the characters, and I'm really excited to explore the world. So, those are all really highly rated. So, now in the developmental level, how developed and fleshed out are these factors? How is your concept? How's the premise? Is it solid? Is it kind of like loose in your head? Figure it out. This is pretty solid. How about the conflict? The story's main conflict, the story's main villains. Usually I have a weakness when it comes to like, what is the conflict? Who is my villain? I don't really know them well. But because I've been working on this book for like 10 years, I do know. Character arcs, fleshed out. World setting, fleshed out. Plot structure. This is rare for me, fleshed out. I have outlined the entire book. This is incredibly rare for me. So as you can see, this is high star ratings across the board so far. So what is the completion level of your book right now? Words on the page, talking about the beginning section, middle, and end. No matter if you're doing a 3-act or a 7-act, chunk it in your brain into beginning, middle, end. Roughly estimate how many words are on the page for each. My beginning is pretty solid. I'm getting into the 2nd act where I can probably reuse some of my old stuff. So I'll give it 2, tentative 2. I have 0 ending written. Now here, add a star per current draft number. Is this your first draft, 2nd draft, 3rd draft, all the way up? This is like my 10th draft of this book, but it has changed very dramatically. So I'm just going to go ahead and say first draft. What is your clarity of your vision? Do you know what your story's themes are? I find that if I have these things fleshed out, I don't meander so much. So I'll say middle of the road here. You want to be honest with yourself when you're filling this out. That's the best thing you can do. Biggest favor you can do for yourself. Just be honest. You might get a surprising answer no matter what. Okay. What's the clarity of the tone? What's the clarity of the voice of your character or characters, your narrator? For me, that's pretty high. I'm satisfied with it. Now, this is an important one. What is your personal alignment and current resonance to this specific project right now at this point in time? Maybe you loved this idea 10 years ago, but you're not as in touch with it right now. So again, be honest. How strongly does this story align with you as an author now? I'm 10 toes down on this book idea, guys. we're in it. But I am going to go middle of the road because it's not forefront in my mind when I'm thinking about what I want to write. It is still there. But that's why you got to be honest, because listen, I know you, I know me. You can talk yourself into anything. You can be like, no, it is this one. It probably is this one. Just be honest. What is your gut reaction? Okay, simplicity versus complexity. Do you have to do a lot of research? Are there multiple timelines, multiple point of views? If it is simple, 5 stars. That's going to be a sweet little coffee shop romance. It's straightforward. A, B, C, you're done. This story is a little bit complex. But I have done a lot of the research already. I have done a lot of the mapping out already. So it's not going to be too complicated for me to work on this month. So I'm going to put it middle of the road. Current momentum. How recently have you worked on this project? Is there any current traction? Have you reread it recently? Because that counts too. For me, I'm going to say 2 stars, 2 stars. Okay, so I scored a 70 here. It's a possibility to put in the current queue. These are just guidelines, by the way. Any score above 50, probably a good thing to look into. But this score of 70 is nice. Now, you can come up here. I see that I am pretty high on the emotional connectivity. I'm pretty ready to go here. Now my prep, also very strong. The practicality, it's a little bit weak. How practical is this? One thing I have not factored in, because it is so deeply personal and depends so much on how you write. Are you fast at writing? How much time do you have to actually write? So I did not include how many words you have to go anywhere in this category. This is simply, what book do I want to be working on? What book makes the most sense to be working on? Excluding the word count goals, because I figure you can adjust that as you go. Okay, so if we filled out this one, this is all done. Now we can go back to our homepage. Go back down here, navigate to the homepage. You'll see that this area, I'm pointing at the screen as if you can see my finger. This area here has filled in all of these things. You have the title, genre, current words, your goal, how many words you have to go, and the rating. Let's do another one so we can compare. Let's say, I'm rounding now, I want to do 80,000. How excited about the concept premise. Very excited. We're going to fly through this one. A little underdeveloped, as always, underdeveloped. Character arcs, middle of the road developed, world developed, plot structure, 30. I've not technically outlined, so that's going to be 0 stars. Okay, I'll do 5 stars for my beginning, 4 stars for my middle because I need to flesh it out, and 2 stars for the end. This is my first draft. Visions and themes, very, very high tone of voice though. This aligns with me very strongly. I'm going to put this fairly complex. Do have a little bit of current momentum. So this scored 59. Not as high as my other one, which is surprising because I would have thought that this would be a winner. But go over here, it has a much lower score. My heart was telling me this one. It's the less higher score on what I want to be working on. What's the most ripe? Let's do one more. Oh, important. Don't try to fill this out. If you click on any of these things, you will find yourself looking at a bunch of errors and not knowing what to do. So my recommendation, just do not touch those. Do not touch the homepage unless you want to. Oh, actually, let's do that right now. Finish it fall homepage for your name right here. I'm going to say my name. Whoop. Yay. Okay, now here we go. Back to this. I will not die as well. 3 guesses to figure out what kind of book this is. Urban fantasy. If you guessed vampire, then how did you guess? I want to say my goal is probably 80. Okay. Now, how excited am I about the concept? Really excited. A little excited about the characters. They could obviously use some work. By the way, this process itself is just so fun. It tells you so much about your work. But anyways, I'm just going to leave this unfinished because you get the idea at this point. So basically, when you are done, you'll see a bird's eye view of all of your stuff. You'll be able to see the ratings of all of your works in progress that you want to plug in here. If you were like me and you had 17, you have to do a little bit of narrowing down first. I recommend you pick your top 5 or 8. But there you have it. And like I said, I did want to do a lot more with this, make it a whole big initiative, make a Facebook group page, what have you, do schedule writing sprints, guest authors, blog posts, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's a next year thing. For this year, we have the spreadsheet, and if you have any questions, here's my email right here. I'll also link it down below. That's going to wrap it up for now. I hope that you guys find this useful, and if you do, please let me know. I would love to hear from you, and I hope that was cohesive, and I hope that you find this helpful. And if you do use the spreadsheet, please let me know. I would love to hear how it goes for you. If you have ideas about how to fix things, make them better. If I have missed something huge that you want to say, hey, you should include this, please let me know. That's the walkthrough of the spreadsheet. It's been hugely helpful for me. I hope that you have a great time working on whatever project you're going to work on this fall and whatever initiative you're going to try to do. Good luck, and I will see you when I'm back in the other spot. Okay, that was the spreadsheet. That was the idea behind Finish It Fall or the Last Page Pact. Tell me which name you like better. Tell me if you're going to do this. Tell me if the spreadsheet was as helpful to you as it was to me. And if you have writer friends that you know they are not going to finish the book unless you force them to, please feel free to share this video with them. Maybe it will be helpful. And let's all just finish our books so we can share our books, so we can have more of our stories out there. And let's do it. I'll hold your hand. We got this. We're doing it together. Yeah. Good luck. If you like this kind of content, feel free to hit the like button or subscribe button. And I do have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi, so if you're interested, I'll see you over there. Let's do something new this fall and finish what we've started. We can do it. I'm excited. I hope you are too. We'll see you in the next video.